Welcome once again to our message from our Divine Compassionate Guides. My name is Julianne Duffy, and my purpose, as always, is to live, speak, and seek the truth in all forms to help reconnect humanity to its highest form of authenticity. Today, as always, this message is meant to help heal and serve those that come across it and provide you the most insight and some guidance to continue going forward in alignment and with the flow of life. I am pulling from the Wild Woman Mystery Cards by Elizabeth McLeod. Let's go into it. The first part of our message today, flow. And we have passage. And the last part, honoring. Oh, beautiful. What a beautiful message. Let's go into each of these cards a little bit. There was some stuff I really wanted to focus about each of these cards. The first one, what it talks about with the flow is allow. You need to know that the entire universe comes out of flow. And if you allow yourself to be part of the natural rhythm, you will allow yourself to know that what it truly means to be a spiritual being on this planet. As you allow flow, the world will open up to you in ways that you couldn't have imagined when trapped versus when you've trapped in your pattern thinking and pre-scheduled ways. So it's telling us that the service of flow is with another without losing yourself. Allow the universe to work through you, providing a vehicle for your enlightenment and happiness. As with this, nothing stands in your way. Resistance becomes passé, and you can recognize it for what it is. Flow is happy, it is good, it is easy. The only thing hard about flow is you. So this, I feel like, comes up to what I was listening to with my favorite astrologer. I've mentioned it before, David Palmer, the Leo King, and that we are our worst enemies. We stop ourselves from being able to trust the flow. But when we're in the flow and outside of our pattern thinking, we allow life to evolve around us. And it will make it so much easier because the flow is happy, it's good, it's easy when we're in the flow. When we're not in the flow and we're fighting what we want to create, it's not easy. It's passé. You know, we're trying to get into the unseen rhythms, and that's really that advice is you got to find that flow. You got to trust. That's trusting the divine, making that deep connection so you know that you're being supported. Now, with the passage message, the message of the passage is, passage is a word misunderstood. Sometimes it does suggest movement from one place to another. Consider for a moment that passage is something more that you go through without movement, as if it were an initiation of some sort. So that's what they're really talking about, is to get into that flow, we're going to go through some initiation. Consider that passage is that which you always engage in as you move in and out of each moment of your life. There are little and big passages, just like little and big moments. Sometimes the simplest movements are the most profound. This is an understood word. Simple is made to look easy. It's made to look quick, but simple is clear and can be as profound as any moment you might have. Notice that each new moment, you are in a passage to something new. You are traveling into all that you are at any given moment. So we've got this idea that the passage seems simple. However, we make it more complicated. We are continuously evolving. So if we say, oh, we're this way or that way, we're bringing ourselves back into the past. The past is behind us. Every moment allows us this opportunity, this passage, to discover and connect to who we really are, which really goes with that flow. And then honoring. And the message of the honoring is that we know when to let go and when it's time to hold on to the situations. It's honoring those times to let go of things and when it's necessary to hold on to things. You know, your individuality calls for your attention, strength that you bring to the community, and admiration. Your dependence on the whole completes me. I see you, she who is falling softly, slowly, gently to the ground, like the softest feather ever born. You take your time, using the air to support your journey. I see you crumbling to the earth's skin and resting there, becoming one with her. I see you, you who matter to me, you who matters to the world. I bow at your purpose in this life. So this is honoring, it's honoring that you know when it's time to go on forward, and honoring when it's time to let go, and that you are part of this world, and that you have a purpose in this life. So I feel like what we're really being told here, get into the flow. This trust has come up so many times. Stop fighting. There's a whole lot of chaos going on outside of us. And the more we fight it, the more unhappy and the more difficult this is going to be. But if we allow it to happen around us, knowing, as I pulled up the message before, that it's not happening to us, it's happening for us. These things that are breaking down have to go. We've been living out of alignment. Our cultures are so out of alignment. They're not in divine flow. It is up to us to go in the flow, trust that this stuff is happening for our good, because each moment is a passage. And every moment that we step forward, allowing what is to happen, we grow. We grow through this passage. And we know when it's time to honor, when it's time to let go of the things that we don't need so we can trust the flow, and when we need to hold on to the things and nurture them a little bit more. We honor ourselves and our true divinity through this process. And there's our message. It's chaotic times. You are being guided. Get in the flow. Trust the divine. Trust God. Trust whatever you resonate, that higher energy. Allow yourself to go through the passage, remembering each moment is a new passage. So who you were literally at the beginning of this video is not who you are now. You can change and go through this passage so quickly. And remember to honor yourself. Honor yourself. Trust that you know when to let go of those things. Not hold on to the things that are dying. So as we see maybe financial chaos, don't hold on to it. That is a broken system. The more we try to fight and keep our lies with this, the more difficult this is going to be. The more we trust the flow, that we are going to be divinely guided. No matter what happens, the divine is here during this time. It's helping us go through these passages and wants us to know that we have that strength to honor the things that we need to let go of and hold on to those things that are super important to us right now. And that might be family. It might be doing your spiritual work. That is something you need to honor right now. That is our message. And it's beautiful. As always, I do intend that this help, heals, and serves you in the most appropriate way. And I would recommend, if you are struggling during this time with letting go, allowing yourself to go in the flow, or let the passage of each moment come forward, please join me. I am going to be starting session number 2 on Sunday. And this is of our Heal Now live online coaching. We just did the first session and it was wonderful. We looked at our lies. I like to call them lives instead of beliefs. These lies we've told ourselves from traumas and all these issues. We looked at those, started the process to release them, started looking at how we want to heal ourselves and rephrasing to get ourselves healed with beautiful healing statements. And then we also looked at toxic words we use. Words are our magic. And when we start becoming aware of words and the word magic we're using, we can start changing and using empowering words instead of disempowering words. And then we did some beautiful opening yoga and gentle and restorative poses that help us to heal physical trauma. I highly recommend joining us. It is definitely worth your time. The information is in the description box below. And until tomorrow, have a beautiful day. Namaste.